It's the rebels! Who are you? Show yourself! We are the Crystal Gem!
What?
Whoa! Oh my gosh. Shock face. Give me shock face.
Ah! Reaction. Blah.
What?
Welcome to Jester Brothers Cartoon Theater, everybody! I'm Alec, this is my brother Lou, and we are here for... Steven Universe? Could it be?
Could it be? Oh wait, no, I can't juggle that. That's gonna come all over the place.
That's gonna what all over the place?
And what? Ta-da.
Ah, you are a clown.
I am.
Yep. HBO Max says that this is the finale of these two episodes. We've learned it's not, and so we are not in the finale onesies.
Who is running HBO Max? Can I just say, like, why do you keep doing this to it? I looked at the episode count too, and I'm like, of course this isn't the season finale. Nothing about this looks like the season finale. The only reason I think they did it this way is because the episode after these two is Steven's birthday, and they're like, oh, how cute would it be if Steven's birthday was... But no,
HBO Max, get your together.
Shall we watch it anyway?
let's watch it anyway. I thought about just ending the whole reaction series today right here just because HBO Max pissed me off. But you know what?
Alright, Too Far sounds like a dramatic episode to me.
Ooh.
Like...
drama.
It feels like Too Far could have been the name of the episode where Pearl sort of betrayed Garnet's trust in the fusion situation.
True.
So, could Pearl go too far again, but even farther? I don't think so. I think if it's anybody, it's going to be Amethyst, because she was unrelated to that feud, but we'll see.
Also, that little intro title was like the end of the last one, with the crickets.
Since commencement of a collaborative approach to stopping the cluster.
See, I'm still wondering if Peridot really feels like she's in it with them.
Mind me again why I should listen to you? Oh, right.
The Pearl here has exhibited an aptitude for engineering that I begrudgingly respect. Though that doesn't explain the spontaneous singing while crying.
Why did you?
Crying breakfast friends!
I love that she loves her tape recorder, right?
Those cows, let's get to work.
Before we begin, would you mind unfusing? It's making me incredibly uncomfortable.
It's making her uncomfortable that they're fused?
What? What'd I say?
That's weird. I mean, she is banished.
Banished!
Of the place made me incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh.
Good retort.
All right,
Garnet.
well, my original theory of Peridot being a fusion herself is a for sure
yeah,
no.
you just got that denied. Unless there's a lot of self-hatred going on.
I said I needed
Yeah.
tungsten. Tungsten? What does tungsten look like?
Okay, I'm confused. What is tungsten?
Hey, Peridot, what do you call this?
A scent sponge.
Huh? Okay.
That is what it does.
Oh, she's learning.
These?
Touch stumps.
This?
Gravity connectors.
This?
That's your butt!
Nice.
Killing me!
I am not. That would violate our truce agreement.
Very, very literal.
She's not going to the kindergarten without a chaperone.
What?
Ha.
You've got to be joking.
Garnet's like, no way you're
You
going
know
there.
when I'm joking.
I love Garnet.
Keep her in line, Amethyst.
You got it!
I would like for Amethyst and Peridot to become friends. I think that would be cool.
You making more nerd notes?
Oh.
Nerd.
Permafusion? Is that what you call Garnet?
I could call her lots of things.
Ooh.
I could call her two things. Two clods! Walking around like she's one clod.
Doesn't work so well when she's trying to be funny.
Let's say something funny to put in the middle of the episode to remind people to subscribe.
Subscribe if you enjoy little gremlins with feet.
Ew, why?
It's very important that they have feet.
Why did you say the feet part? I've
How
had
about
enough
hands?
weird messages about my feet already.
She's not even fighting. She's, she just, like a...
What do you think about this?
God. This is complicated.
It's weird about Steven.
Where do I even begin? He's some sort of hybrid abomination. He's
spends so much time expelling that he has a whole room dedicated to it.
Oh no.
That is pretty weird, actually. We poop so
Amethyst
much.
looks rabid.
Amethyst, you think you have to listen to them? Pearl is a pearl. Garnet is a fusion. I don't even know what he's supposed to be. You're a strong,
Oh, boy.
singular, fully functional soldier. Despite the fact that you're defective. Defective?
Oh man, there's so much here.
This is the hole you came out of. Too small, too low. The exit marks look about 500 years newer than every other.
I want to say more, but I can't. I'm just looking at you knowingly.
Well, you're a quartz. They're huge, loyal soldiers.
I'm trying to figure out if she is, like, stirring the shit on purpose.
Think about how literal Peridot is. I don't think she's subtle enough for that.
Amethyst? Hey,
Oh man.
soldier. Maybe you can help.
It's funny until you're the butt of the joke, Amethyst.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
You can do everything a normal quartz can do. Let's head back and shove this thing in Pearl's face.
Yeah, you're right. Peridot has right over her head. She just has no social awareness.
Well, it's also telling you a bit about where the gems came from. Have you thought
True.
about, like, why this war happened, why they're here?
Check out this. Rhythmatic pulverizer. Ah! That's funny. I'm so funny.
Oh no, now she thinks... It's actually interesting because it's somebody trying to learn comedy.
Well-
I'm like, oh, this thing I said had a good response, now I'm just gonna do it 10 times harder.
But it's also her...
You really hurt her feelings.
Well, hold on.
What?
You were pretty mean to her at the kindergarten.
Mean? No way.
Oh.
See, she wants to be liked. And learning how to try to be liked in her peer group, in a way, you know?
It's true.
She won't even look at me.
Oh.
I feel smaller.
You feel bad. That's how you made her feel.
Oh, learning emotion.
I'm surprised you two made it back from the kindergarten without driving each other crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But Amethyst is also not one to admit when she gets emotionally disturbed, you know? Because that's hard for her. I relate to that.
And there's nothing wrong. Everything's fine. No, stop!
Peridot?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god,
God, Steven is brave.
I know, or...
It's okay.
Or stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one word.
Amethyst!
Oh. Whoa! Big character development moment. Okay.
Also, way to go, Steven.
It was just a drill.
It was just a drill! That was so funny! Excuse me.
Oh.
Peridot? Yeah! It was an accident. I swear!
Hey, don't worry about it.
We leave for 1 second
Interesting.
and everything goes off the rails.
I love that cut.
Yeah, me too. I do too, you're right. I also relate to Pearl being like, I'm gone for 1 effing minute.
Close one. It's a good thing Peridot was there to save you.
Yes.
Oh.
It is a good thing.
She doesn't want to feel obligated to her, though.
Why are you Earth ones so difficult?
Log date 7-1.
Oh.
I have concluded that they are all defective. But I am no better.
Oh.
I have apparently hurt Amethyst's feelings, which was not my intent.
Oh. Oh.
I want to understand. I'm sorry.
Oh. I loved that. Okay.
I know, right?
Peridot.
Yeah.
Steven's us right now.
Thanks. But you're still a nerd.
Aww.
How do you
Nerd is
feel?
endearing.
Big.
Oh.
I
What a
love
great
that.
line.
I love how they're keeping that, the end credits, like, with this silence instead of the music, too. I think that's a really neat touch.
100% agreed. I really enjoyed that. I liked that Peridot found a way to apologize in her own way, even though it's hard for her to just up and say sorry.
I agree. I was just sitting here wanting to watch you watch this episode this whole time. I think I finally understand why people watch our content.
Stop. The Amethyst Peridot dynamic is really cool, but what I like more is just the character exploration of Peridot in the first place, and how all of these episodes have been leading up, and sort
Yeah.
of showing a display of a person who is in a new place that they're not familiar or comfortable with, and they are figuring out the social norms slowly, and we're just getting more of that a little bit in every episode. And they're really taking the time to tell that story. And, you know, we got how she interacted with Pearl, and now Amethyst, and, you know, maybe we'll get more of just her interacting with Garnet in the future. It could even be this episode, for all I know.
I like that you said that, because it is really the setup that made this episode pay off. Like, the fact that Peridot can say that she's uncomfortable by Garnet being fused, that immediately hits us as the audience so hard, because we know what that means. We know how much that means to Garnet because of other scenes that we've had. That is like, oh my god, that is ridiculously insulting to her. It's a testimony to how they've set up these analogies for real life experiences and respecting people and their differences and their insecurities, because like with Amethyst, she's saying that she's defective because she's shorter. That's what Amethyst is insecure about, that she didn't come out right. Exploring these insecurities that we've had so well established and have such an emotional connection to through loving our characters and not wanting to see them made fun of and wanting to see them, you know, be incredible for who they are. And seeing Peridot coming back from this other world and being like, oh, Pearl was practically just a pretty slave. Garnet shouldn't be fused. You know, Amethyst should be a bigger soldier type. Like, why are you all so messed up? The fact that they've set this up so well that makes those little things that happen in such a short episode pay off so hard.
It also makes the audience's feelings toward Peridot complicated, because you want to see somebody learn, and then you are also frustrated by the things they are saying, which I think is very human, especially nowadays.
Absolutely. The thing I also like about it is it gives the complexity for when somebody isn't super respectful for you at first, to work with them and learn to be like, that we don't do that here. You gotta stop doing that. And you need to know why you're stopping doing that.
There's times when that kind of thing, you know, it would be fair to cut them off, but they are in this situation where they can't really do that because they need her. So
I think that it's trying to tell you that cutting people off isn't usually a good idea. I think that that's an extreme. Not that there aren't experiences for it, but like one microaggression is not grounds for cutting someone off.
yeah, it's hard to say. I think that's kind of dependent on the person and some of the circumstances between like their background and how much they can handle, what emotional space they have.
Morality speaking, do whatever you want, right? Curse somebody out and walk away and feel like you have no responsibility all you want. You know, morality's relative, whatever. But it's more effective towards the growth of understanding if you try to be patient with people. And it sucks that it puts the burden on people who already know better, but how else do people learn?
It's certainly difficult without people to guide them in the right direction, and to be in a situation where they're surrounded by people who can actually help them understand why some of these feelings or thoughts that they have are not okay.
You're not going to learn from a textbook. Things like this are best taught from people and social understandings and actual real social experience.
Right, and it's tricky because it should also not be the responsibility of the people who actually have to suffer with these stereotypes to be the ones to explain it.
No, but I agree with that, but also it should be the responsibility of you to adopt your community members and try to help them be better people.
Yeah, if that's a community that you're hoping to create, and in this case they are, because they are all gems, they're in this together. Peridot is going to be an important piece to the puzzle that they're trying to figure out, and there's self-interest in helping them get along, but it's cool to see the exploration of that. It's cool to see how that develops, and for them to do it so slowly and carefully, I think is a nice touch, which is something you don't always get.
Yeah, well, and I also, like, I know it's a complicated thing, but, you know, your community is not just every person you see on the street. Like, Peridot's actually trying to, like, learn how to live with them and be respectful. You know what I mean? Like, it is a two-way. I think of it less as, like, trying to doctor somebody on social media, which you shouldn't waste your time doing anyway, versus, like, you know, someone in your family or someone in your peer group, in your friend group, you know, and working with them, because they are people that want to be friends with you, and you want to learn how to respect each other.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's social diffusion. Anthropology, you know about that.
Ah, okay, well, I do feel like this entire set of episodes has been anthropological, and we've talked about that, so let's see if that trend continues with the next one.
Let's do it. The answer!
I'm gonna guess, despite... This is gonna be one where I sort of completely disregard what this episode is called, which is the answer. Maybe this episode is about Peridot interacting with Garnet, because we've seen, like, a really good episode with Pearl and then Amethyst. I'm sure that some kind of interesting answer will evolve out of the episode, but I would guess that maybe it's more Garnet-centric.
I don't remember what this is about.
Shadow?
Steven!
Whoa!
Is it morning already?
It's midnight.
I remember!
Oh!
But what you don't know is how Ruby and Sapphire first met.
Oh,
Whoa.
MG! I don't.
You
We're
don't.
really jumping right into some lore.
The Earth, 5,700.
Yeah, that's today. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Buckle up, Buster.
From Homeworld to investigate. Among those gems was Sapphire, a rare aristocratic Homeworld gem. With the power
Aristocratic.
to see into
This
the
episode's
future.
all Alec. I'm sitting
Assigned
back.
to her were 3 rubies.
3 rubies.
When I see those rebels, I'm gonna punch them right in their faces. What do you say? I'm gonna
I hate the rebels because I was born into that.
punch them together when we fuse. That's why they said, 3 of us.
3 this!
Wait, can they all fuse with each other?
I'm so sorry. Let me,
I'm fine.
what?
It's okay. It was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen.
Sapphire had been called to Earth by Blue Diamond, specifically to share her vision of the future.
By Blue Diamond.
See the rebels attacking the Cloud Arena. Before they are cornered, they will destroy the physical forms of 7 gems.
Whoa!
Immediately after my form is destroyed, the rebels will
Destroy
be captured.
7 gems.
The rebellion ends here.
Rebellion ends here. Wow.
Wish I could have seen more of this planet.
There's still time.
That is a nice thought, but no.
Side of Garnet that's all about responsibility is Sapphire.
It's the rebels! Who are you? Show yourself! We are the Crystal Gem!
What? Oh man. Okay, so the Crystal Gems were an opposing force?
They're
At least to them.
They're the rebellion.
Wow. Oh! Interesting that that made them the size of Rose. Whoa.
She had known that Ruby would fail. Sapphire had accepted it. But Ruby...
Oh, because she saw the future.
No!
Ah. Oh. Different. Just a little.
What?
I love the color. Oh. Also, this design for her is the same as one of the skins in the video game, the Warner Bros. Fighting game.
Is this... The furious
There's still
crowd
2.
closed in around Ruby and Sapphire. They'd never seen a fusion of 2 different types of gems. Unbelievable. Disgusting.
Oh.
The rebels have fled. Sapphire,
Oh my gosh.
This is not the scenario you described.
This is frowned upon here.
How dare you fuse with a member of my court?
Forgive me.
You will be broken for this.
Oh man. Yes! Great visuals too, the way that that was drawn.
I know it's... Oh, it's animated gorgeously, I agree. I love how the flashback style is slightly different.
I have to get you back up there. They were gonna break you. Who cares? There's tons of me.
Okay, there's lots. Just, okay, sort of like how there's lots of pearls. Are there lots of all of them?
But because of Ruby's impulsive gesture, she suddenly jumped the track of fate. And everything...
Oh.
And knew. She couldn't see. She couldn't move.
That must be earth-shattering, in like a beautiful way.
Come on.
Wow! It's so interesting that Garnet is telling this story, also.
Yes, I agree. Perfect narrator.
Thank you.
Ah, the eye.
Getting a little hot in here, isn't it?
You already saved me.
And what does being saved even mean now that our entire reality is shifted? Like, who are we being saved from?
I always thought... I never realized that fusion... that you'd disappear like that.
It's never like that. I've never had a third eye before.
I've never had more than one.
I was gonna say, not only in terms of their relationship, but
Where did we go?
we're getting so much from the Gem's Homeworld.
You're right, a lot of what we normally don't get.
Wasn't quite me.
As much as I love this song, now's a good time to say our thoughts, because I can't have this in the copy editing for You know, the edit for copyright.
Yep, sorry everybody. Well, this entire sequence, I'm blown away by the imagery of it all. Look at the night sky. That alone, the vibes that it creates, you know, with the song that we were forced to talk over. It's just like really subdued and pleasant and kind of romantic, honestly.
I will say this is one of my favorite episodes of the whole series, personally.
No, don't be.
And this song is really sweet.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they are now making a choice to really shatter all of their past, and everything is new. Where do you even go from here? And now, like, I'm sure eventually we'll get the explanation of how they become part of the gems. Maybe this episode, maybe not, but oh man. I wonder if immediately they're going to say, okay, we want to stay fused, or if that happens over time. If we'll get montaged through some of that. I know you can't say anything.
Oh no, I can't.
Wow.
I felt like I was getting the hang of my strange new form.
Really cool. They're just deciding to be, wow, like, this is my chance to do something different than what I expected of my life. One of them saw the future, the other didn't, but their expectations were still of one thing for the rest of their existence.
It's you.
Oh, here we go.
We'll unfuse. We'll...
Oh, they're
please.
worried that that's a problem.
I'm glad to see you again.
And there they were.
Oh, okay.
I just got chills and I know what's going on.
I don't upset you?
Who cares about it?
I wonder if Rose could possibly be a fusion to
Be much more interesting.
throw out another
I
theory.
feel? I feel lost and scared and happy.
Amazing voice acting performance.
Agreed.
To do.
Because Garnet feels so different right now than when you hear her as a confident, fully
Can you tell me
established
how was
person.
Ruby able to alter fate? Why was Sapphire willing to give up everything? What am I?
No more questions. Don't ever question this. You already are the answer.
Huh.
Don't ever question this. You already are the answer.
So,
But we've still
What
seen
was it?
reason to question.
the answer. Love. I knew it.
So did
Huh.
I.
Wow, and that's it? Alright. I actually do feel like this connects to Peridot in kind of an interesting way. Who better to correct some of Peridot's stereotypes than somebody who actually came from that world, and also led to believe that fusions were bad in the first place.
Well, then it also begs two more questions. I know you've got a lot to regurgitate, a lot to digest from that episode, but then it makes you wonder, what are Pearl and Rose's backstories?
The Rose thing is so fascinating to me because we are now like getting to the end of season 2 and we still know progressively more about Rose, but still not that much. Like, there's still just tons and tons of questions.
Bro, imagine how Steven feels.
Pearl and Rose were together, and we know that there's a deep history there.
Yeah.
But no Amethyst yet in that backstory.
You
and
know
I
where
wonder,
Amethyst came from, though.
I do, but I don't know when Amethyst came from. So I'm not 100% sure when she joins the group. You know what else is kind of wild is that it seems like a bunch of them come from like different factions with different motivations. We got Garnet in one place, who they were kind of involved with this princess. By the way, Blue Diamond, that's going to be important. Excited to hear more about that. Don't want to gloss right over it. Then we've got Amethyst, who came from Earth. And then we have Pearl and Rose, who were the rebellion, but it's still unclear what that means. Yeah, that's fascinating. This was a very, very fun episode, and I'm excited to see where we go next.
Oh, I'm glad I just let you have that one, because there's just so much to go over, and I am so scared about even talking about any of it, because this is where we're getting so plot heavy. All I really have to say is, like, what an incredible way to give us important backstories related to the show. A bit about Homeworld, a bit about the rebellion and the gems and how they started to come to be, and a bit about how Garnet became Garnet and how Ruby and Sapphire met and seemed to sort of break the chains of their society to be together, you know? Which, I mean, come on, we all know what allegory is being drawn here. I'm so happy to see this in a kid's show.
Like, I'm very surprised that it was so easy to get all this in. Like, not on Cartoon Network.
Well, I mean, this is in the United States. Don't forget, this show went around the world, and different countries had different laws on what had to be censored out of this show.
And who's to say how much didn't get in, also? Like, I shouldn't immediately praise Cartoon Network. I don't know how much did get censored or how hard the creators had to fight to make it happen in the first place, but we got this much, and that's really good.
Steven Universe changed the landscape of animation, specifically in terms of what could be talked about in an animated show. Things like Legend of Korra, Legend of Korra is even a surface-level example at the end, in the grand scheme of things. Like, She-Ra and Owl House never would have existed if Steven Universe hadn't taken so many risks and chances with making these stories, you know?
Hippo and the Age of the Wonder Beasts, too. Another show that was able to show a lot. Cool. Well, we're only in season 2, and there's still a lot more to see.
Hit the button. Oh my god. Here, let's say something funny to put in the middle of the episode to remind people to subscribe, but I'll keep it in the edit for those who are at the end. I did that once and I thought it was funny, so I'm doing it again.
Subscribe if you enjoy little gremlins with feet.
Ew, why?
It's very important that they have feet.
Why did you say the feet part? I've had enough weird messages about my feet already.
This is gremlins' feet, not your feet.
Subscribe to the channel!